This topic is called Reading Decimal Position on a Number Line Tenths. So in this topic, they're going to have you break down a number into smaller pieces. So what is the location of C on the decimal number line below? So decimal, if you didn't know what it meant, you click on the word decimal. Here it opens a dictionary. Decimal is a number written with digits and sometimes a decimal point. So 5.6 is a decimal. The decimal point is just the point. For whatever reason, some people kind of mix those two definitions up. But the decimal just means it's a number. It's not a whole number. It has pieces of a number in there. That's what the 0.6 represents. When we go to a tenth, because that's what they want us to focus on here, it means they've broken up a number, say from 0 to 1, into 10 pieces. And we can see they've done that on the number line because here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. So they've literally broken it up into 10 pieces. And I was kind of jumping along with my mouse there. So they show you the whole numbers here: 0, 1, 2, and 3. So what we need to do is we need to decide how many whole numbers it is. So if we can come to that number before passing the point that they're asking for, it has that whole number. So this has a whole number of 2 because we can come all the way to 2. Now we need to figure out how many tenths it has. So we simply just count and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this case, we would have 2 is the whole number, and then we put our decimal point, and then 4. So really, a tenth just means they're breaking up one number. So in between 2 and 3 is one whole number, and they're breaking that into 10 pieces. That's what that first decimal point, or that first decimal place, represents as a tenth. So the next one is a hundredth. So that means that we would take the same space and we would break it into 100 pieces. The next one is a thousandth. So we break it into 1,000 pieces, and so on and so forth. So that's all tenth, hundredth, thousandth mean, is that we're taking a whole number and breaking it into smaller pieces. And we don't have the whole thing. We only have a part of it because we're only going 4. We're not going the full 10. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to erase this one. Okay, so this one says, what is the location of B on the decimal number line below? I didn't click on number line on the last page. You can also click on it here. It will open the dictionary here. This doesn't mark you off. It doesn't go as an explanation or anything like that. So a number line is a line that whose points represent numbers. So this is just a basic number line. Right is positive, left is negative. All right, so we can see we have whole number 1, 2. I'm sorry, whole number 0, 1, 2, 3. I was pointing at the wrong numbers as I was saying that. So we know it has a whole number 1 because I can come to 1 before passing B. So 1, and then I'm just going to count the spaces. 1, 2, 3. So this number has a whole number 1, and then 0.3. We only went 3 spaces. We can go all the way to 2. We went 3 spaces to 2. So it's kind of like we're counting the jumps there. All right, we'll click check. Yay. Next. All right. What is the location of D on the number line below? Write your answer as a decimal. So the same thing, we can see 0, we can see 1, 2, 3. I can go to 0, but if I go to 1, I've passed point D. So I know it's going to be 0 on the front, because that's the whole number I see here. And then I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't really have any whole number because it's 0, but I have 0.6 or 6/10 of 1. So I've almost gotten a 1, but not quite there. Next one. All right, what is the location of E on the decimal number line below? Write your answer as a decimal. So 0, 1, 2. If I go to 3, I pass E. So I know it's going to stay at 2. And then I'm going to put point. Now I need to figure out my decimal. So I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.